Hey guys, and welcome back to Raised Trains. On today's episode, we've got track work ahead, so let's get started. Okay, so first off, I want to thank everyone for their input on my track design video. I really appreciate it. Made me think, and there was a few things I wanted to touch on. Um, One viewer said I might be too close on both sides. The curves might be too close. And I thought of that when I made it, but I really don't have a choice. um, I could make the curve smaller, but I would rather not do that. Um, so we're gonna try it as I had it, and if it doesn't work, um, I can return the pieces. My Lionel store is great. I talked to my guy there, and when I bought all the track, he knows what's going on here too. So if something doesn't work, the cars are going to be crashing into each other. I can return it. So I'm not going to be stuck with anything. So that's really nice. And then the other feedback that I liked and it's going to make me think is when I build the table, people were like, I kept talking about storage, and everyone was kind of like, yeah, you can have storage there, but just think about running the electric wiring. So I'm gonna wire it up first, which I haven't decided how I'm gonna do that yet, but do that first, see where all the wires are hanging, where I have to run wires underneath, then build the storage around that, because I certainly don't want to be building storage around wiring, and just I don't want like a rat's nest under there. So that was another good thing. So thanks to everybody for that feedback. I appreciate it. So my parts list was a big help at my Lionel store. I just handed him this, and he made up 2 boxes and got my switches. I have switches at the bottom of these boxes too, other than the loose track. I had all my numbers right. He was impressed. So I did my homework correctly. And the cost was right. I had the cost right too. So plan is now uh, is going to be like a big Lego set, I guess. Nice thing about Lionel Fastrack that my Lionel guy at the store showed me is everything, every piece of track is right here molded in, tells you what it is. So I'm not guessing. I'm not guessing on what pieces are going to go where. So like I said, I used to love Legos. This is going to be like a big Lego set, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out all the track and all the switches, get that organized on the floor, and then I can, I'll get my piles of 060, 048, and get it all laid out, and then I'll go to my map here and just start putting it all together. So what I'd like to do is film this, but I can't leave you guys running for like an hour. That's how long I think this is going to take me. 45 minutes to an hour, and it's not going to go smoothly. It's not because I'm just trying it out for the first time. So I think my plan is because I have my floor's a mess. My figure eight's down there. I'm gonna disassemble the figure eight, move my trains, clean up the whole floor, and then I think I'm gonna set you guys up over here, looking that way at the ground, and then I'm gonna do a time lapse. And the time lapse should be cool. I think that'll work out nicely, and you guys can see me put all this together. Hopefully, it'll look like this at the end, and then we can test some stuff out. We can test to see if my longer cars are going to crash into each other. We can test. I want to do some measurements to make sure my measurements are correct for the table. And then once we do all that, I'll talk about how I think I'm going to power this thing. So here we go. I'm going to clean up my floor. I'll set you guys up on a time lapse, and let's lay this track down. Okay, guys, took a little finagling, some of the parts, but it all worked. It all worked with everything I had, and it looks good. It looks a little smaller than what I imagined, even though my wife says it's big. But I don't know, when you compare it to, like, I guess Eric's Trains or RBP, it's pretty small, but it's what I have to work with in my room. So I'm really happy with it. Tell me what you guys think. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put some of my bigger cars on this thing and just push them around by hand, because I don't have power to this thing, obviously, and I won't for a little bit. But yeah, let's see if that curve and that curve are a problem. All right, guys, so the little cars, there's no issue at all. They don't touch. It's close, but they don't touch at all. However, oops. The bigger stuff, like my giant box car, this does hit here. So that's not gonna work, but if I push these guys all the way to this side, derail here, this also clears. It's close, but it clears. So I'm thinking all I have to do is get a couple of like 4.5-inch straight pieces, put one there, and then put one there, and that'll extend the loop away from here. And yeah, that'll be longer than 8 feet now, but that'll still work. Hopefully it won't be too much. I don't think it'll be that much worse. So let me get the tape measure and see how close I am here. All right, so it's about 3 inches past 8 feet. So I think 4.5-inch pieces will be too big. So what I can do is use the even smaller ones, and just to get this part away from each other. And I think that's gonna work just fine. So I'm pretty happy with this, guys. I think SCARM did okay. You know, it's not gonna be perfect, but I think it worked good. So let's talk about how I think I'm gonna power this. That's part I'm not quite sure on. If anyone has any comments and they want to give me some input, you know, the cab 3 is coming out, but the fact is, do I really need the cab 3? I mean, I'm going to be able to run 2 trains on here at the same time at maximum. So the cab 3 is overkill, and we know the cab 2 is going away. I think I could just get a cab 1 remote and, you know, a power pack. I've got my transformer also for the conventional engines. So I'm thinking the cab one and a power pack should be more than enough to power this track. But if anyone has any thoughts on that, you guys can give me some comments down below. So yeah, I've had enough for tonight. And please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, guys, I couldn't resist. I had to hook up my transformer just to see. Now, I think it'll power it. You know, if it'll go all the way around, I'm not sure. I don't know. So let's just see what happens. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what this means is, I really don't need that much more power. You know, it's not going to be enough power to run 2 engines. And all my, you know, if I get accessories and stuff. But I don't know. You guys give me your thoughts in the comments, what you think I should do here. Yeah. All right. Good night, guys. Thanks.